And I state that without arrogance. I don't mean to be arrogant, but I am a realist. And as a realist, it would be absolutely unprofessional for me to sit here and pretend I'm not an exceptional human being. Because I am.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you got to be super fit, you know, and not one of those type of fighters that feels that pressure. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously, like, he's recording now, so I don't want to say too much.
Yeah.
But the other, like, yeah, I can actually see why you want that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what it is. You get all the glory. You beat a fighter like that. You get all the, when, like you said, when someone starts getting chipped, they start to dip, and then it's like, oh, I'll have that fight. Fight in short fight.
Well, Frank, stylistically, who do you think would be a good matchup for Joe Joyce? Like, who do you think will have the best chance to beat him in the heavyweight division?
Well, obviously, you can't discount Wilder because the geezer just punches like a donkey kicks. Fury, obviously, with his intelligence and movement. I still think Usyk poses him problems. I think he gets to Usyk, personally. I think he gets to him. Over 12, he gets to him. And everyone else, I think Joyce beats everyone else. I think he comfortably beats everyone else. I think he beats Joshua.
Hrgović and all them.
I think he beats Hrgović. Hrgović, to me, last time out, showed serious distress signals at certain times in the fight, which I was surprised to see because it was really the first time that he'd been properly hit back and he showed distress. So it remains to be seen whether it was something in camp or whether that's his personality. So yeah, mate, as I say, I think Joyce is the danger man in the division right now. Is a serious danger man. Like, and I think he's one of them fighters that, unless you have to fight him, you ain't gonna fight him. Yeah. It's all risk, no reward.
I don't blame him.
It's all risk, no reward. If you do beat him, they're gonna say, oh yes, because Joyce was slow.
Well, even if you win, you gotta take a lot of punishment, right?
100%. I mean, with the exception potentially of Wilder, who may have the power to hurt him. We don't know yet because we haven't even seen Joyce so much as wobble. I know he got stopped on the amateurs, but as far as I'm aware, he never got knocked out. He always got stopped on his feet, you know, or he's taken a couple of 8 counts. He's got stopped on his feet. So, you know, he might be one of them people that's just unknockoutable because some people are unknockoutable, you know.
What do you think about him and Zhang now that it's supposedly made?
It's going to be fireworks, isn't it? It's going to be fireworks. Again, I fancy Joyce. It'll be great while it lasts, but I think Joyce grinds him down. I mean, in Zhang's last fight against Hrgović, you sit there and you look. There were certain times in that fight when Zhang looked like he was ready to go, and if Joyce gets you there, he's not going to let you off the hook. Yeah. You know, Hrgović blew a gasket a few times and didn't go through the gears, and Joyce, as slow as he is, or as slow as he looks, actually, not as he is, as slow as he looks. I think he has got gears to go through, and the guy clearly has got an engine like no other heavyweight in the world.
Yeah, like a Formula One car.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So, yeah, I think he's the danger man. Really, it'd be interesting to see. You know, I mean, I think he comfortably beats Zhang. Although he'll take shots, but that's what Joyce does. I think he comfortably beats him, and then. You know, I mean, Tyson's mentioned his name a couple of times.
I'm going to ask Joyce versus Usyk, you know.
Yeah. They've obviously got their history. But yeah, as I say, I mean, for me, Joyce beats them all.
So to you, is he's the best heavyweight point blank period? Like
right now, I think he beats everyone.
Yeah.
I think he beats everyone. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think. I mean, obviously, Wilder's got that crazy power. He's got that potential. And Tyson really knows how to use his size, and he can move like no other heavyweight. So I think Tyson potentially, you know, it's a 50-50 fight for me.
Okay.
Other than that, I think Joyce beats everyone.
All right. Well, Frank, you know, I met you yesterday. You know, for people out there that don't know much about you, what's your background in boxing?
I've been a trainer for like 15 years.
Yeah.
Started on the right-hand side of the bill. Started with the away corner. My little brother was a pro. I trained my little brother. So yeah, basically started training journeymen, and then flipped over. Got sick of getting beat. Flipped over to the left-hand side of the card. Picked up a few fighters. I ended up with Gary Corcoran, who boxed Jeff Horn for the world title in Australia. He was a good fighter. Gary boxed for the British title a couple of times. Won a couple of WBO Intercontinentals. Beat some decent fighters. Then he retired 2018, and I had kind of, I don't know, a year, 18 months off, I guess, after that. I work as a cut man and hand wrapper and stuff like that, so we're sort of still active in the game. And then I got paired up with David through Frank Warren.
David Adeleye, yeah.
Yeah, they put us together. And yeah, I've been with David for the last sort of 3.5 years. So
okay,
we're sitting there 10-0, on the verge of his first title, WBO European, which, you know, ultimately is a stepping stone title.
Yeah,
but it's
helps you progress.
Yeah, absolutely. You get in 10 rounds, which is vitally important before you step up to 12. And it's not whether or not you do the 10, it's the fact that you're preparing to do 10 in the gym, which obviously when you're fighting 4-rounders and 6-rounders, you're not doing 10-round spars, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I think, I mean, one of my things is there's a lot of fighters that leave a lot in the gym.
Gym world champions.
Yeah, gym world champions, gym wars, all it does is add miles to the clock. So, you know, you got to do the rounds when you're preparing for those bigger fights, but you don't need to be doing them when you're doing 4 and 6 rounds. It's crazy.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are progressing nicely. It's good to see, you know, David taking his time.
Yeah, listen, I mean, we're out here, obviously. It's not David's first time in the States. He's been out here a couple of times with Tyson. He's been out with Sugar before. We're now working with Third, who's an absolute wealth of knowledge. You know, they've got years of experience behind them through the Kronk and the fighters that was in there. And I think, again, with it, you know, there's a lot of trainers that think they know everything, and no one knows everything.
No.
So being able to put a different set of eyes on someone and where they see strengths and weaknesses and work on different things is a valuable thing to do, especially for a young fighter.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to get some 35-year-old who's been a pro for 10, 12 years come in and change things up. But when you're young and you're open-minded,
you can tweak things.
Exactly. You can tweak things, you can change things. And what David said in his interview, ultimately, you got to be adaptable, because you don't know whether you're fighting a guy who's 6'9" or 6'2", aggressive, stand off, but you've got to be adaptable. So getting those eyes and that different input and that different look is good. And actually, you know, I mean, coming out of your comfort zone, coming away from home comforts,
under the hot South Florida sun.
The sun. I mean, the sun's a blessing.
Yeah.
But it's just that, I mean, today we've got, you know, 3-4 different sparring partners. You never know what you're going to get on any given day.
Yeah. It's different looks too, you know.
Yeah. Exactly that. And I think, you know, for me, the main difference between being here and being at home is just the depth of talent. There's talented fighters in the UK, and there's certainly talented heavyweights in the UK at the moment. But there's talented fighters in the UK at the moment that we might be fighting in a fight or two. So realistically, you don't want to be doing 50, 60 rounds with these guys.
And then they know you too well, you know.
Exactly. I'm more than happy, you know, unless you're fighting them in the next fight, sparring, it is what it is. But obviously, if you're going to be fighting them in a fight or two, you know, you don't want to be using them for sparring all the time. And on top of that, they don't want to be sparring you either. So you come out here and there's just, you know, we've been down to Miami a few times.
Or Mundo Gym.
King Kong. Yeah. And you know, we've been sparring like 4, 5, 6 different guys down there. We rock up at the gym. We don't know who we're sparring on any given day. So there's that. Okay, it's this guy. We got to do this. Oh, it's that guy. We got to do that. You know, and it keeps the mind sharp as well. Not only for the fighters, for the trainers too. You know, it's a comfort zone thing.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's been good. It's been a good 5 weeks.
Okay.
I can't say I'm not looking forward to getting home, but it's been a good 5 weeks.
Well, I don't want to hold you much longer, man. I know it's kind of hot out here, but any final message you want to give to the box world about David Adeleye and what you guys got going on?
Just keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. I mean, look, fundamentally, Dave's a gifted athlete. He's still in the embryonic stages of his career, relatively speaking, even though he's fighting for a title next. But yeah, I mean, I think we've seen 40-50% of what he's capable of, if that. I mean, I see him doing things in the gym which he hasn't taken into fights yet. But then he's not really had the opposition where he's had to do that.
Yeah.
So,
but it's in his pocket, you know.
Yeah, exactly. The two go hand in hand. So yeah, just keep your eyes open.
Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure you subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.